Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I am filming this video for the second time today because my audio got screwed up. I don't know what the interference was, but something came through and jacked up the video about halfway through two of the videos. Probably the FBI. Anyway, I did a short and talked briefly about this combination right here of an ACOG that was mounted to a detachable carry handle. And I did indeed purchase it in this configuration. It's military surplus. And it came in attached to a carry handle that it's Anchor Harvey, but it's also marked with a 9. It's a marking I haven't personally seen before, and it came in the Trigicon box. I did not get the Allen key to remove this, and yes, I can make one, but a lot of my collection is displaced, as well as my tools, so I haven't tried to remove it from the carry handle, and I'm kind of glad I didn't. I threw it on the BCM to go out and sight it in and try it out. And by the way, it was pretty much sighted in. I didn't have to do any adjustments. But after shooting it in this configuration, I really, really like it. Now, I'm probably still going to put it on a fixed carry handle upper, one of my SBRs, or the modern 723 URGI thing I did. But just to go over this setup and why I like it, it is a police trade-in 12.5 inch BCM upper. Beautiful, sexy key mod. You can't get better than key mod, right? And then I have the law folding adapter on it, so this makes for a really handy little bug out package. And one of the reasons I had kept this in the house is for that reason. My SBRs and things I absolutely love, and there were some mistakes I made and misspoke about crossing state lines and having to report your SBRs. You do have to do that, but there is a time frame that if you're going to stay longer than X amount of time, then you do have to report them. And there's also a form you can fill out once a year to say, if I'm going to these locations frequently, you don't have to report every single time. But anyway, this being in a pistol configuration is just really handy, and it shoots phenomenally well. I may end up putting this on an SBR lower. I'm not going to change out the handguard. I went ahead, it came with a couple sections of Picatinny rail, but no matter what I try to put on it, I don't like it when it comes to a angled foregrip. The mount right here, I'm using a Surefire K2, but this thing just is a very handy package. If I do keep the Magpul backup iron sight in a pouch because that's who I am as a person. But just in general, this makes for a really good shooting pistol that is just handy and kind of great to have around. And one of the reasons that I bring that up is during the whole flood, tornado disaster, I'd already moved a lot of my collection out of the house due to renovations and some other things that we're doing. And so I only kept just going over like 5 or 6 shotguns. I had to go over and pick most of those up, by the way. But getting into like when everything happened and, thinking about having to potentially leave and looters and all this stuff. And I'm not exaggerating. My brother lives in Augusta, which is a much better area than this. National Guard was there. They had power. They were without power longer, but they were warned about looters. And so, that did cross my mind. Of course, a shotgun was going to be a better option than a pistol, but if I was going from point A to point B, I did want to feel comfortable. And, of course, this is my, favorite chest rig. I would have been wearing this because it's very inconspicuous. But also, then picking a couple pistols out of my collection that I kept in the house. That would be my 34, a 17, and this Gen 5 19 that I've modded up a little bit. And then the holster that I actually left out because I put up every other freaking holster is a Safariland, not a Safariland, it's a Blade Tech Glock 34 Glock 34 holster that would accommodate my 17, 19, and any other Glock. So the point being is that, that's why the ACOG stayed in that configuration. One, I didn't really have a gun to move it over to. Two, taking it out to the range and shooting it, very pleasurable experience, liked it a lot. And then just kind of talking while we're in the video about the mindset of having to move things around, keeping a bag with just some random things in it. So this thing right here takes up absolutely no room, hardly at all. And it weighs not much more than the Glock. So if I need to, I can throw, I I don't keep any 19 magazines except what's in this firearm, and I carry this 19 almost every day. Every other magazine I keep on me is a 17 mag. So with this gun right here, this Recover Tactical, it is a little bit more stable because, well, it's a stabilizer. The Allen key to remove it from the contraption I keep back here, and so I can just pull this out of there. I can take the light, throw it on my 19 or my 34, and I'm good to go. I also have a Surefire razor on here, so this makes for a really good little package. If you have not used one of these, they are so cheap, there's absolutely no reason not to. Once you actually get one and take it to the range and run some steel and play around with it, they are an extraordinary value and just a lot of fun. I like gadgets and gizmos. I think it has to do with the age group that I'm in, but they just make for a really, really enjoyable package there. And so the mindset behind this is it's light, I can throw it in this bag, and every other PCC that I own is either SBR'd or it's heavy. Colt 635, not heavy, but kind of clunky. MP5, heavy, proprietary magazines. Colt, proprietary magazines. Uzi, heavy. SAR 109T would have been the perfect one, but also heavy, proprietary not heavy, it's not really heavy, it's lightish, but proprietary magazines. So I wanted something that would be Glock compatible, so I kept my MCK kit out, and I kept that. The CZ Scorpion was right up there on the list. I actually do have it at home here, but when everything was happening, I did not grab it and throw it in the bag. I don't know why. It did not even register. This did, because it would go along with the other Glocks and I could share magazines with it. Now, did I think I was going to hit to that point of shit hit the fan? I didn't, but I wanted to feel safe. And while I was waiting for the storm to come, it gave me time, once I had everything else prepped, like food, water, some comfort items for my kid, all the medication packed and ready to go. It just gave me, something to do, to go through and make sure. Also in this bag, it's a canvas bag that has been weatherproofed. Medication storage, gallon Ziploc bags work just fine, but this is a Magpul DACA that my local shop just basically gave to me. I cleaned up a few shotguns and replaced O-rings in them, 1187s, 1100s. So in this, I keep, at least 2 weeks worth of medication during these situations. And my daughter's portable nebulizer, her medication, my cardiac meds, neurological meds, and everything that would need to be like life-sustaining medication, as well as Benadryl, Tylenol, ibuprofen, a multi-tool with a flashlight, strap cutter, and then just because I'm a history nerd, cold steel Coben, full tang, rubberized handle, so if it's wet out, you don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about rust. Stain less, not stain proof. Even stainless steel will corrode if completely abused. So these can be used to open cans, cut rope, do your nails, whatever you want to use it for. These are actually pretty handy, and they are very affordable. So this stayed, in the bag, in the person. Also in this bag, I have, for the AKM, I kept out Chicom chest rig. Why? Because they roll up wonderfully, and I can store extra shotgun shells in it. And honestly, if it came time to move and I had to, if I wasn't already wearing this rig, I would ditch it. This little Gadsden Dynamics rig. I have no idea where this came from. I think, looking back, I got it off of M57 firing line. Clay's a great guy. I think he and I did some swapping a while back, and I picked up off him. Anyway, that's why all of this is the explanation of why the ACOG is still on the detachable carry handle. And yes, it did come that way. And then the reason that this is out is this is a newer build. And, I've got the all quality parts on this gun. I made it with Thoroughbred armament, Colt SOCOM profile barrel, Daniel Defense handguard, Surefire vamp light, Magpul backup iron sights, Comp M2, and a pro mount, using one of Thoroughbred's lowers, surplus grip, surplus blue force gear sling, a brace, and surplus military Israeli bolt carrier group that is, Colt. But I replaced the rings and the bolt carrier group. But this thing just shoots. If it was, I'm probably going to replace the barrel on this one for something that is mid-length, just to make it run just a little bit better, and then pin and weld it. I'm not going to SBR this lower, not because I don't love it, but with the barrel length, pinning and welding it with like a Surefire just makes more sense. So this is just this has became one of my favorite builds that I have at the moment, and it's heavier, but that actually does kind of pay off. 5.56 doesn't have a lot of recoil anyway. I would not want to pack that around in comparison to some of the other firearms I have, but it makes me comfortable due to, one, I left it out so I could do more videos on it, and I was planning on maybe changing out the barrel. Two, it's cool. I just really like it. I love when it comes to the modern-ish guns, a 416D, and probably this is the closest you're going to get me to liking them. And it has nothing to do with the usability of them. It just has to do with, I love the aesthetic of the quad rail. It's just my generation. I don't know. I'm a FUD. I can't really explain it. So thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. It's train mating season again in Ohio. I thought they were done. I thought they already would have had their little trainlets and stuff, but they're not. So anyway, thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. Tell me what you want to see next. And again, thank you so much for the support, the comments, the banter, and everything in between. Get out there and LARP. Go throw you on your chest rig. Go buy the Chicom. When I'm telling you that you will not regret buying these, Desert Fox Sales probably still has some of these in stock, and I'm going to do some modifications to this one, and then I'll post the modifications. So, and there's 1,000 videos on that, but I do mine a little bit differently, just because I'm special and unique, whatever. But anyway, now that there's another train, I'm going to end the video.